Welcome back, guys. Today's topic is the functionality of a clutch. So I'm gonna show you how does a clutch work. So at first I'm gonna show you the place where the clutch is. So this is the place where the clutch is. Sorry about the bad light, but I can show you better. So here goes the clutch. So this is another part of the clutch where does the wheel is, and this wheel connects this wheel. I don't know if you can see it, but otherwise I will tell you something about it. This wheel. So the wheel of the clutch connects this wheel, which is developing power from the engine, and then this wheel goes to this wheel, and using this part develop the power to the gearbox, and then on your rear wheel. So now I'm gonna show you how does a clutch work. So this is a typical motorcycle clutch built of metal plates. As you can see, now I can move it freely, and this belongs here, and I'm gonna explain you how does it work. But so this part also is called as a bin, but I will name it as a clutch holder. So this clutch holder holds a clutch, and the main thing is that this holder provides power to the gearbox using this part, which could be seen a moment before. So this is connected to the part. Here goes the wheel from the engine. Engine turns the clutch holder, and if the clutch is closed, it means that clutch is connected together and always provides power to the ending. It means here. So now is clutch open, and I can freely move with the clutch, but if the clutch claps like that, I am not even allowed to move the clutch, as you can see. So the clutch is closed, and this position is where you are riding and clutch lever is released. But when you push or push your clutch lever, it means you do something like that using cable, and no, if you do it, you pull this lever back, and it means that you can freely move. And if you release the clutch lever, it means that the springs, which are here, I have here, because if the springs were here, I should be not allowed to move it freely like that. So the springs makes this, and then a clutch is closed, and when you push the clutch lever, it means you push springs together, and it means that the clutch is free. So that's the main point, and now I'm gonna show you how does it work, and from which parts the clutch is made. So as you can see, there are many plates. They are metal plates, as you can see, and now the clutch is closed, and it means that I'm not allowed to make any spin of the plates. But if I pull the clutch lever, it means that I pull the clutch like here, and it moves freely, and it is possible for you on your bike to put the gear and then stay on the place. So yeah, using the clutch lever, it means you do this, and it means that the clutch is opened, and the power from the engine is not developed to the gearbox using this, because this is always spinning, but this part is spinning too, so it can spin freely, and then it means that this spins, but this part of the clutch, if it's free, this spins, but this, I will show you, this another plates which are here, they are connected to this holder, can move freely because they are not closed using this too. So it means that the clutch is opened and it can move freely. So that's the main point. I hope you understood what I was talking. If not, I would say that on the YouTube there are lots of any different videos of the clutch, but I think that this simple explanation should be good for you. So that's all. That's how does the clutch works. And next thing, this is a clutch cover. It may vary on the other bikes because any bike, for example, doesn't have the same place of the clutch lever, or where the clutch cable is connected. And as you can see, here is a cable. You are pulling the clutch lever or pushing, and the cable goes here, and it means that this part, as you can see, goes, and it means, wait a second, in the clutch there is this part, and it means that this part goes more inside, as you can see, and it means that it releases the clutch using the springs like that. And that's all. So now I'm gonna tell you some casual clutch problems. For example, the first problem can be caused by bad springs, because I will show you. These springs are on this place. They are down inside, and when the springs are very soft, it means that the clutch will still be opened like that. It will not close at all, and it will be open like that. So it means that your clutch will always spin like that. So the functionality of a clutch or is not really good. So next problem is, for example, here. As you can see, this metal thing can be damaged, and if it will not have the right shape, it may cause that your functionality of clutch will not be so good. For example, you will not be able to push the clutch at all, for example not like this but only like this, and it can mean that your clutch will behave as always running. For example, your bike will be always moving, even if your clutch will be pushed at its limits. So that's the second problem. The first problem is, I would say, the condition of the plates. I will choose some of them. Logically, if there is no material which connects the plates together, it means that there is a unwanted free space, so it means that the clutch will not connect together even if you will do whatever you want. So it means that the clutch will be always turned off or will behave like that. So it means if there is no material, it means that there is a extra space, and it means that the clutch will be moving always. So it means that you will lose your power. So this is a clutch, and there are two types of plates. One is metal, and I don't even know from which material is made this, but I really don't know, and I don't want to lie to you, but it looks to me as a brake pads, or I don't know how to say. And this is a metal plate, as you can see. So the thing is that your clutch has to be in the good condition, so it means it has to have a good width. For example, as you can see, there's something like I don't know how much, 1.5 or 6, but it may vary on other bikes. For example, this plate is almost 3, something like 2 and 2.7, and if the plates are not at the correct width, it means that there is no extra material, and it means that the clutch will always spin and your clutch will not work. So you will feel that your bike is not moving, even if you put there a second or third gear, or whatever gear you want, whatever gear you want. So that's the next problem. Next problem is, so the first problem was the width of the plates. The fifth problem is that sometimes, as a brake plate, these plates can be, for example, curved. It means that it is always in a position that connects one side of another plate, and it means that your clutch is always running and you feel really uncomfortable. For example, you are on the red lights and your bike is always moving. So yes, that's all. Next problem can be really dirty oil in your engine. and it may vary also. It may cause these clutch problems. For example, the clutch plates will be always connected together, and they will not go from another one. Then for example, oil level in your engine. When does your engine have a bit oil? It means that the clutch can be overheaten, and it means that the materials lose their attributes, and it means that they can be also curved when they are overheated, or they are like glued together, for example. Next problem, I don't even know if the next problem there is. I think that some problems has been mentioned, and I don't know about other problem. So, how to fix your clutch when it's always running or when it is not running? So I have set the problems, and you can guess from it how can you repair your clutch. So for example, when your clutch plates are not on the width as they should have, I recommend to you buy new plates. It is not so expensive part. For example, this plate costs about $8, so it's pretty cheap. So that's the repair. Then, for example, if you have troubles with the clutch, that your engine is always running, for example on red lights, try to look on your clutch, try to measure your oil level, and you will be maybe surprised what caused the clutch problems. I have remembered about next problem, and I will show you by the time. So, but first, if you feel that your clutch is not working properly, I recommend to you look on your cable or clutch cable. If it's not damaged, for example, if it's damaged, it means that the cable is much more flexible than a new one, and it means that it doesn't have so power to do this. So it means the normal cable goes, for example, to this position, and the damaged flexible cable goes to this position, so it may cause your clutch problems. And I've remembered about next or the last problem. The last problem is that these clutch plates are connected here to this bin, and if you are always doing something with your clutch, for example you're riding enduro, some rocky section or some hill climbs, you can even damage this bin. For example, you do not scratches but holes inside this, and it means that these plates are locked to this this bin, and it means that they are not allowed to move like that, and it means that the clutch is always on the same position and it is always closed. So if you have problems with bin, I would recommend you this equipment. Normally put the holes on the same level as the remaining material, and you will solve the problems with clutch. But I'm warning you, if you are always doing this, it means that these plates will have much more free space, and it means that always they will hit the bin with the much more power, and it means that they will always do a holes to the bin. So if you find holes in your clutch, I would recommend you to change the clutch holder or clutch bin. So that's all, and at the end I would say that the important thing is all or the average width of the clutch. For example, for KLX 250 it is something like, wait a second, something like 3 centimeters or 3 point something. And if you are on this level, it means that your clutch plates are in a good condition, so you can or you have to find problems somewhere else, for example in a bin or in a clutch cover. So that's all. The normal clutch width you will find in your service manual of your bike. So that's all about clutch. I think I have said almost everything you have to know. So yes, thank you for watching.